talk to y'all in a minute. So I decided to do this for y'all today. So those of you that's in recovery, you trying all these things, got all this list of exercises that they're telling you to do every day. I'm gonna be honest. January, this is October, I'm dealing with this for 9 months now. It gets a little tedious and a little aggravating and a little unsettling, boring, all of the above. So how I've been surviving thus far, I had to start finding and doing things that were not so boring and were not so tedious, because I'll get days that I don't want to look at the list. I don't want to read what they're telling me to do for exercises. I don't want to follow the script. So when I get in that funk, I may go 4 or 5 days with not doing any of the typical exercises that they tell you should do. Or even the ones that I made up for myself. I get tired of the ones that I made up for myself sometimes. So I had to start doing things that I actually enjoy doing in order to make myself constantly move and constantly make sure I was progressing daily. So same thing I'm telling you to do. It gets boring. I'm 9 months in. 9 months post stroke. And doing those same things over and over, they do help. Like my coin slides that I used to do across the table, I still do them. But the coin slides I did every day, the finger separations, all those things, they do help. But I started doing other things. I mean, you still got your face. You got to work on creating the muscle symmetry throughout your face, your legs, all of the above, the whole side that we're working with. So let's look at one of the things that I started doing. Should I do my apple first? I started trying to get the whole symmetry with the mouth, making everything move symmetrical. I just started doing this one day and figured out it actually worked. So in the beginning, I was actually biting my lip if I tried to like chew on something. It was something that actually had me to bite. I would recognize that I was biting my top of my lip because this was the weaker side, so it was not completely opening. As I showed you in one of my other videos when I was in the car, I noticed that this lip is moving a lot more than it was. So stuff like this, I would constantly grab an apple or something I knew was hard. If I jump right into it, I would bite my lip. But I start practicing more and more to over exaggerate with the lip. Over exaggerating to move my lip out of the place so my tooth would not hit it. So even if you're not biting it, that over exaggeration, guess what? It's an exercise. A freaking exercise for your lip and for your facial movements. May not be the prettiest face. Who cares? But we're working on exercises trying to get that symmetry. But again, and then one day it was like, guess what? I ain't biting my lip. Needless to say, that's just something that I discovered. The other thing with the hand, I still do. I am right-handed. So I do have the situation that I grab things all the time with my right hand, knowing I need to use the left for exercise purposes. But, it's a habit. It's something we'll get past. Then another thing I started doing, who doesn't like a good game of solitaire? I do. If you don't, just something just to get you moving those fingers and not be so bored with just those tedious exercises. So we're going to play solitaire. If you don't know how to play solitaire, I actually had to, since I hadn't played in a while, I had to look it up. But you start off with dealing 7 cards. The first one is a 1. You get to the second stack. I still assist this hand. You deal 2. All right. That was a joker. Forgot that was still in there. So I'm still missing a card. Playing my game of solitaire. Let's go. So which is going to make me move these fingers as I'm sliding cards off of here, as I'm placing and picking up cards over there at the top. And with this, because you're moving your finger, and move this out the way for they slide up in all different types of way, because you're picking up cards directly, you're sliding them off the table using hands. This way, that way, all the above, you're getting a great exercise for your fingers, your wrists. Kind of got everything going on here. Arm is moving, all of the above. Where I'm at now. I'm putting these things away. Y'all know I used to actually deal at a casino. Used to actually be able to shuffle 6 deck cards. Man, I keep trying, even to deal and shuffle this one. Baby, you talk about a task. Still haven't quite gotten it yet. I'm gonna keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying. I was pretty cold too. So, I always try to figure out how I'm doing with this hand to mimic on this hand. I mean, before it was natural. I didn't have to think about it. Of course, you know, everything don't work always the same. But I was cold with it. In both hands, actually. Let me get it back. I mean, how to be able to control those fingers. You see, that's progress. It's the little things you have to give yourself that pat on the back for. Guess what my new exercise is going to be for this week? Good old Play-Doh, y'all. Play-Doh. We're going to build some stuff. Some people, some houses. I don't know what I'm going to build. I'm going to figure it out. But guess what? It takes 2 hands to do this. I'm telling y'all, this is therapy. Therapy at its finest. Have fun with what you're doing, y'all. Have fun. This is therapy. I'll come back to y'all and show y'all when I do something with this. But today we did our little apple exercise. Working that face. Opening them lips wide. Get the teeth out there. Put the lips back so you're not biting them. Get our card. You know, play your solitary, try to shuffle. Play goldfish. Baby, you better, hey. It ain't pretty, but yo, y'all see what I just did? Y'all see before I couldn't do that? Catch y'all next time.